I am 79 and a half,
70.
approaching 80.
Big birthday coming up.
They're all big. Every day is big.
How old do you feel?
I think that's irrelevant. I don't think our age matters. My body aches. It has the pain that an older body has, but I think we essentially are not bodies. We're spirits, and that is never born and never dies.
If you were able to go back and give your younger self some advice, what would you say?
Don't sweat anything, accept everything, because there are no mistakes in life. Everything is a lesson, and you never did anything wrong. It just takes you to the next step. Be more loving.
What's a belief that you had that you've changed your mind about?
That I was a body, essentially, and that my mind was part of that body. I don't believe that anymore.
What's something that surprised you as you've gotten old?
I'm not sure things are surprising me so much, except that everything is becoming more miraculous to me. Part of getting older is the discovery, self-discovery, and growing love for everything and everyone. I think that's basically the most important thing, is we learn to love each other rather than judge each other, because our thoughts are meaningless ultimately. We tend to believe our thoughts, but we all have different thoughts, therefore none of them could be absolute truth or absolutely true.
As you look back, is there anything you wish you'd done differently? Do you have any?
No,
regrets?
I have no regrets. Absolutely none. But if you would have asked me when I was 40, I probably would have had a long list. Since then, my son died, and that kind of cracked my heart open, and love poured in. I think I started looking at life differently. I know that everything that happens is meant to happen, not from our ego's point of view, we don't like it, but ultimately when you connect the dots afterwards, reality is much kinder to us than we are to ourselves. So I think we're here to learn to love and love more, and just I'm full of gratitude. Even he prepared me beforehand. He was very spiritual and very advanced, but never really talked about it. He was born awake, and he prepared me for death. He realized that this body is not who we are, and he showed that through his music. Dave Deporis, his name was Dave Deporis, and just an amazing person. He's still my biggest teacher when I listen to his music.
How often do you think about your own mortality or death, or do you think about it at all?
I don't really think about it, but what has happened with me in time, I'm becoming less attached to my body, and the less attached I am to my body, the fear is not there. I can be in pain. I have a lot of arthritic pain, and I've had 2 hip surgeries. But I look at it and wait for it to pass, and it passes, and I just accept what is every moment. And when you don't fight with what is, life becomes less stressful.
What's one thing you still haven't figured out?
I guess the full mystery of life we'll never figure out. The only thing I can say is the advantage of getting older is you learn to be more introspective and peel another layer and another layer. And ultimately, they all need to take you to one place, love.
What's the greatest joy of your life?
That's a tough one. There's so much. Having had my son is probably one of the biggest blessings. My friends are joyful. And being in the park here and looking at all these trees makes me very joyful. I just love trees and feel very connected to them. And I try to emulate them. They never judge and say, don't touch me. I don't like your politics. So I don't like you as a person, or you have hurt me. Nature just allows us to do whatever we want to it. It remains silent and true to itself. And I love that. I think it's much wiser than us people.
Finally, do you have any advice for young people who are living in the world today?
No, I'm not wiser than they are. They'll find their own answers depending on their own personality. I can't give advice to anybody except myself.
What do you derive the most pleasure from today?
Whatever faces me at the moment, I try to find pleasure in it. And if I find that I'm missing feeling joyful, then I stop for a minute and try to remind me. I do some reading, spiritual reading, or whatever it takes to bring me back to accepting life as it is and being grateful for every minute that I'm alive. And knowing that that's the best preparation for death. It's not clinging to life, but just appreciating and letting go. My name is Stella, and this has been my brief but spectacular take.